everybody, thank you for tuning in to Stories with Berly. Today we're going to be reading The Big Orange Splot by Daniel Manus Pinkwater. So settle in, sit back, get comfy, and let's read the story. The Big Orange Splot. The Big Orange Splot. Mr. Plumbean lived on a street where all the houses were the same. There we have all the same houses. Everything looks just alike. He liked it that way. So did everybody else on Mr. Plumbean's street. This is a neat street, they would say. Then one day, a seagull flew over Mr. Plumbean's house. He was carrying a can of bright orange paint. No one knows why. And he dropped the can, no one knows why, right over Mr. Plumbean's house. Oh no. Oh, there's the big orange spot right on Mr. Plumbean's house. What's he gonna do? It made a big orange splot on Mr. Plumbean's house. Ooh, too bad, everybody said. Mr. Plumbean will have to paint his house again. I suppose I will, said Mr. Plumbean, but he didn't paint his house right away. He looked at the big orange spot for a long time. Then he went about his business. The neighbors got tired of seeing that big orange spot. Someone said, "Mr. Plumbean, we wish you'd get around to painting your house." "Okay," said Mr. Plumbean. He got some blue paint and some white paint, and that night he got busy. He painted at night because it was cooler. When the paint was gone, the roof was blue, the walls were white, and the big orange splot was still there. Then he got some more paint. He got red paint, yellow paint, green paint, and purple paint. Look at his house. In the morning, the other people on the street came out of their houses. Their houses were all the same, but Mr. Plumbean's house was like a rainbow. It was like a jungle. It was like an explosion. Wow, look at that. That house is fabulous. Or crazy. There was the big orange splot, and there were little orange spots. There were stripes. There were pictures of elephants. Do you see the elephants? You do? Right there. Very good. And lions. Lions. You were right. There's the lion. And pretty girls and steam shovels. What? Steam shovels. Pretty girls. Big orange spot. The people said, "Plumbean has popped his cork, flipped his wig, blown his stack, and dropped his stopper." They went away muttering. That day, Mr. Plumbean bought carpenter's tools. That night, he built a tower on top of his roof, and he painted a clock on the tower. Wow, look at that. He put a clock tower on. What time does that clock tower say? It looks like it says 4 o'clock. Or does it say 11:20? I don't know, but that's a pretty crazy looking house. The next day, the people said, "Plumbean has gushed his mush, lost his marbles, and slipped his hawser." They decided they would pretend not to notice. That very night, Mr. Plumbean got a truck full of green things. He planted palm trees, baobabs, thorn bushes, onions, and frangipani. In the morning, he bought a hammock and an alligator. When the other people came out of their houses, they saw Mr. Plumbean swinging in a hammock between two palm trees. They saw an alligator lying in the grass. Mr. Plumbean was drinking lemonade. Look at him relaxing in his hammock with his alligator sleeping underneath him. He's just got the good life, doesn't he? Plumbean has gone too far. This used to be a neat street. Plumbean, what have you done to your house? The people shouted. My house is me and I am it. My house is where I like to be and it looks like all my dreams, Mr. Plumbean said. The people went away. They asked the man who lived next door to Mr. Plumbean to go and have a talk with him. Tell him that we all liked it here before he changed his house. Tell him that his house has to be the same as ours so we can have a neat street. The man's gone to talk to him. Look at the alligator. The man went to see Mr. Plumbean that evening. They sat under the palm trees drinking lemonade and talking all night long. There they are, talking all night long, having lemonade under the palm trees while the alligator takes a nap. Early the next morning, the man went out to get lumber and rope and nails and paint. When the people came out of their houses, they saw a red and yellow ship next door to the house of Mr. Plumbean. Look, there's Mr. Plumbean's house, and there's the red and yellow ship right next door. Ooh, look at that. That's a neat looking house. It looks like a ship. What have you done to your house? They shouted at the man. My house is me and I am it. My house is where I like to be and it looks like all my dreams, said the man, who had always loved ships. He's just like Plumbean, the people said. He's got bees in his bonnet, bats in his belfry, and knots in his noodle. Then, one by one, they went to see Mr. Plumbean late at night. They would sit under the palm trees and drink lemonade and talk about their dreams. And whenever anybody visited Mr. Plumbean's house, the very next day that person would set about changing his own house to fit his dreams. Wow, look at that house. It looks like a balloon. It's next to the ship. And look at that. That looks like a palace. And look at this. It's a castle house. And those neighbors are gone wild. And look, that looks like a coliseum. Look at the whole street here. Wow. Whenever a stranger came to the street of Mr. Plumbean and his neighbors, the stranger would say, "This is not a neat street." Then all the people would say, "Our street is us and we are it. Our street is where we like to be. It looks like all our dreams." Wow. What would your house look like if you were able to make your house look like your dreams? The end. When Mr. Plumbean painted his house, the neighbors couldn't believe their eyes. Plumbean has gone too far, they said. He's popped his cork, flipped his wig, and blown his stack, and dropped his stopper. Thank you for reading The Big Orange Splot by Daniel Manus Pinkwater with us today. Join us again for another Stories with Berly. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Home with Berly. Thank you. Bye.